Good morning. It is 2021 and we are actually taping this a few weeks early. So I will either be very prophetic or you'll be rolling your eyes at me, and I'm okay with that. You do you. But what I will say to you is that I don't know where we're going to be as far as the buildings being open, as far as spikes, as far as vaccines. I don't know any of that stuff. But what I do know is that God created us to be in community. He didn't create us to be believers that hid at our house or were isolated or alone. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't have times of isolation, and I don't know where you are medically or what your needs are. But what I'm saying to you is that when Jesus came, he could have just walked around saving people and never called any disciples. Instead, what he did was surround himself with community and fellowship and broke bread together and laughed together, and they were there for each other. When he went into the garden and he was going to pray, he didn't say, well, I'll see you guys later. I'm just going to go talk to my Father. He asked them to wait up for him. He knew it was going to be a hard time. And so he knew that he was going to need that fellowship and support. That's exactly where we find ourselves going into 2021. Whether you're ready to come back to church, whether you're not, whether you're watching virtually, whether you're watching the videos only, I'm going to encourage you as Bible studies start opening up and there's Zoom options and there's things. I know we're all tired of virtual. I get it. But plug yourself into a group of fellow believers. We're going to need that support as we go on, no matter where your belief system is on any of the issues happening out there. We need in here. You need to be watching virtually. You need to have your kids watching virtually. You need to be plugging in until you're ready to physically be back in the building. Jesus needed community. He didn't need us, but he knew that he needed to model for us what our relationships needed to be like. When Paul went out and he started preaching to the different communities, he talked about being a community of believers and what the wealth of that was and what the privilege of that was, and how we could bear each other's burdens. If we don't know what's going on in your life, then reach out to your church family so that we can. If you're feeling disconnected, if your kids are feeling disconnected, reach out to us. That is why we're here. I fall into this trap too. I want to be self-sufficient. I want to be self-reliant. And I am on the campus 5 or 6 days a week, so that's good enough, right? No. It's not. I need to be in a Bible study, or I need to be talking to other believers so that I have that community together. I don't know what it looks like for you. I do know that we're going to be unrolling some things for kids virtually and in person. You do what works for your family, but continue to plug in. I don't care how long you've been gone. I don't care if you were here last week or here 9 months ago. We're still your church family, and we love you, and we want you and your kids here. I can't think of any better place to start rebuilding those relationships and community than here at Christ Church. So reach out. Know that we're here for you. Know that you may come for a week and not feel comfortable and then come back in a month. That's okay. We are a church family together. Have a great week.